heavy,
bored.
Like the redemption story, I like that. Reputation. You want to talk Reputation?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, I've said it before in the beginning of this when we started. I mean, this is the most famous Christmas story apart from the literal Jesus, birth of Jesus story that Christmas is based around since Christians took over the world. All right, so like 2,000 years ago. But yeah, I'd say this Reputation, it is so huge. And I mean, I would say it's deserved. I mean, what is there a better Christmas story than this one?
Couldn't tell you. You gotta tell me, man. I mean,
Well, I would
supposedly
say no.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life is very good, but like I said, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
This kind of redemption around Christmas time. And a lot of Christmas stories are this, but yeah, I would say It's a Wonderful Life is up there, but it's much newer. It's about not even 100 years old. This one's almost 200 years old. Yeah, it is the most famous. I mean, I never reading it before and reading it now, I'm like, okay, it makes sense that it's creative, dude. Like it's...
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, right? Especially for somebody who is like famous for giving live readings all the time. Right? Like, I'm sure it was fun,
Yeah, there's this section in the back of the book here where it talks about Dickens giving readings of this throughout his career. And he was supposedly known, it says in these little essays in the back here, listeners can look into it if they want, that he was known, Dickens, as being a very, entertaining reader of his stuff. He had a reputation for just, going all out, giving a show when he gave a reading about his books, especially this one around Christmas time, because it got so big that, the reputation happened almost immediately, and he was already kind of a literary star. The reputation got put underneath the book right away, and every year he was basically being asked, to go read it in New York or London or, some big city and
Yeah.
give a little reception for Christmas and like a reading. And it's a short book, so you could read the whole thing in a couple hours if somebody were to read sections of it, or the whole thing even at like a show. Yeah. And I say that all the time. Do we talk about in this podcast? The reason most readings suck is because most of the time the person reading is a boring as fuck and is terrified and like
It's because they're just reading.
Yeah, and very fearfully reads their own words to the crowd and stuff like that. Like is embarrassed by it, and clearly Dickens had a vote, like didn't give a fuck about that, like, and just like would read it with some entertainment, some zest, some pizzazz behind it, Throw a little emphasis into the exclamation points if they're on the page.
Inner.
Resources. American resources.
Being bored?
Some activities are intentional, right?
It shows such a lack of gratitude for life. Bored. I aspire to boredom, I should say.
Bored.
I am heavy.
Bored.
Has you the night sweats and the day sweats, pal? Pal, I do.